Coaching the 2025 SCAC Fall Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Austin College football program. The Roos will once again be led as they head into the season of the guides of head coach Tony Joe White, along with leadership from junior offensive lineman Jaivyn McGowan and sophomore defensive back Kenneth Alexander and coach Jaivyn. Kenneth, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Russell. We're glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll open up with you. Heading into year three, this program has really showed signs of improvement, not only in wins, but in terms of competitiveness over these first couple of seasons since you've taken over there in Sherman. I'm interested just kind of what you saw as the biggest, signs of progress, signs of progression coming out of, last season heading in here into this 2025 year.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time just working and teaching our guys on just developing football IQ. Understanding little nuances of the game, trying to get them to understand situations and what technique might need to be employed in certain times and different depending on where we are in the game, what down and distance may be, thinking through those things and just doing away with the mental errors. We spent a lot of time in the off season with classroom type of environment, just teaching those nuances and getting our guys to where we feel like they understand the game of football a lot more than what we did. We were very, very young, obviously, and so we took some time, slowed things down, really to develop that part of our program.
Coming into this season, I know it's a big year for you. Your first year as an upperclassman, and as one of the leaders on that offensive line. This is an offensive unit that was second in the SCAC in terms of rushing last year. So things really began to start to gel and click up there and within your unit. I'm just interested, as one of the leaders, how are you kind of setting the tone this camp? How are you, looking for this group to take the next step? And what was this offensive line able to do that was allowing it to have success last season?
This camp, I'm just really focused on getting better, being a leader, being vocal, doing what's right, showing young guys what to do, what not to do, things like that. And last year, our success definitely came from just us buying in and executing what we was taught to and coached to do. So I feel that's what that was what helped us a lot last year, just executing and actually listening to it, taking the coaching and accepting the schemes, the techniques, and just executing them at a high level as best as we can.
Kenneth, coming into this season, your sophomore campaign, coming off of, an outstanding rookie season, which you made an impact immediately. You finished fifth on the team in terms of tackles, tied for sixth in terms of tackles for loss, playing all 10 games. How did that experience, that sort of immediate toss into college football, sort of help grow your confidence? What did you learn, coming out of last season, and just how excited to be back here for year two?
I definitely learned how to be a leader in many aspects. I was very vocal. Learning with a new team and them accepting a freshman right away was also a great aspect, and just learning the techniques.
Coach, you talked a little bit about kind of what this staff emphasized, sort of from the end of last season through spring coming into this year. I'm interested just how that work helps sort of shape the energy. Is that something that you could feel coming into camp with a young team kind of learning off of the success from last year, going through spring ball? Do you feel like that really helps sort of motivate and shape the energy, coming into this preseason camp?
Yeah, I mean, the guys that we recruited, Lou Holt says you can win with talent and you can lose with talent, but you can't win without talent. We've done a great job of really infusing a lot of good talent in the program. The problem was it was just young, so as we have, we've taken our licks the last couple of years, and playing a lot of young players. And as those kids continue to grow and gain that experience, it's like anything, when you train a junkyard dog, when he's a pup, he might be a little kind, but he gets meaner as he gets older and he understands what he's trying to protect. And that's what we're kind of doing, is trying to get our older players, that have been in the program now for a couple of years, and they've adjusted to the speed of the game at the collegiate level. They've gotten their mind wrapped around our concepts. They've learned to speak our language, if you will. And now those guys are hungry and ready to get out there and compete at a high level and for a championship.
Jaivyn, I'm interested, coming into this season, the SCAC introducing this championship weekend series to close out the 2025 year at the end of the regular season. An opportunity for everyone in the SCAC to have a chance to fight for a crown in an SCAC championship environment, very unique to our division. And so, is that something that's being talked about in the locker room? Is that an adding motivating factor in this preseason? Is it just add a little buzz? What does the feel like from a student athlete standpoint with that coming here?
The locker room, we definitely excited just to showcase our talents at a big level, everybody watching, and our expectations. We definitely are looking to compete for the number one spot, and we're very excited. It's different and it's new, so we definitely want to be there and be at the top and just give it all we got. But we're definitely excited and we're ready to look, and we're looking forward to it for sure.
Kenneth, as a defensive back, it's such a versatile position. Asked to do so much: cover, tackle, blitz, get in the backfield, pass breakup. Where did you feel you saw your most growth individually last season, and what have you continued to work on within your game to kind of refine those talents and continue to grow your confidence coming back this sophomore year?
I definitely believe that I grew in my tackling as also being a starter on kickoff, a missile going downhill. I saw a lot of improvement there. The team trusted me and I trusted them back. Also improved well on my technique on one-on-one man. I feel like I gotten way better than I was last year. I'm excited for this season.
Coach, coming into this third season, what do you want fans to see as kind of the identity of this 2025 team? What's sort of been your message with this group early on to sort of set that foundation heading into the season?
Yeah, the biggest thing, the fans, I hope they're entertained. I hope they see good football. I'm more excited about the development of our players. They've grown and they matured, and that's what I want the fans to understand is that these guys believed in us as a staff. They believed in Austin College as an institution. This is not an easy institution to get accepted into. It takes hard work in the classroom to be a part of this institution. And I think a lot of times we get a reputation of, kind of being the smart guys, but not so much the most talented team on the field. And that's what I want fans to see is that these guys, they're smart in the classroom, but they will bite you to win on the field as well. And that we can be competitive in that realm also. It's going to be fun to see the growth as these guys, if you're going to be competitive at the Division III level, you can't be playing with 18-year-old kids every year. You've got to be playing with 22-year-old men, 21 and 22-year-old men, juniors and seniors every year. And that's what we're kind of getting into that realm where we've got some returners now. We've got some retention and some guys that have been in the program for a while. And I'm hoping that the fans see that and that these guys are locked in and committed because they're busting their tails over in the classroom and they're going to get it done on the football field. And that's what I want the fans to recognize.
Finally, as we wrap up with our two student athletes, Jaivyn and Kenneth, it's been fun just to hear the excitement from both of you as far as what's going on in this program heading into this 2025 season, hearing about the hard work that everyone's put in. And so I'm just interested from both of you when, fans hear Austin College football, what do you want them to associate kind of hearing that with? And then, secondly, what are some of the goals that you both have? Jaivyn obviously on the offensive side, Kenneth on the defensive side for these units coming into this season.
When fans hear Austin College, I want them to think of the football team that some guys just coming to play football, some guys just not go back down, some guys just come to compete, and just to compete. And our goals as a unit for offense, we want to score points. We want to score more than the other team. We want to run the ball. We want to throw the ball. We want to just be effective, execute.
And I would say when people think about Austin College, I want them to think about students that pursue excellence to the highest degree. And goals for defense, I would say, is not taking any plays off, running to the ball, and playing as a unit.
And finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, similar to what I said to our student athletes, it's exciting to just hear, the joy on their voices and when they talk about what they're looking forward to this season and hear what, the things that they stand for. So giving you the last word, heading into this season, what are you most excited about? What do you see with your unique perspective that you want folks to know about this team and what you're just looking forward to most heading into the season?
Yeah, I'm just proud of our guys. They had a great off season. They got after it in the weight room. We had an extremely high team GPA. We had a great spring drill in our non-traditional season. We had about 98% pass the conditioning test on opening night, which was phenomenal. They've put in the work, and I can't wait to see the joy on these guys' faces when they have success because of that work. And it's kind of that, you get that flywheel going of, success, breeds confidence, confidence breeds success. And as we get that, perpetually going, that's where this program's going to grow. And I'm looking forward to what the future brings.
Austin College head football coach Tony Joe White, along with leadership from junior Jaivyn McGowan, along with sophomore Kenneth Alexander. Coach White and the Roos will open up the 2025 campaign at home on September 6th when they take on Kalamazoo. Coach Jaivyn, Kenneth, thanks so much for your time today. Best of luck as you continue march forward throughout the rest of this season.
Thanks a lot. Go Roos.
Thank you.
Thank you.